Howdy chaps, and if you saw that little clip, you know that I have been a busy boy. I put my feelers out because I have been in the coupe scene a little bit, because this is number 5 hardtop. You know, when I got out of the coupe scene, I never lost all my contacts, so I put my feelers out. And one of my good chums was able to rustle up me a rear window, the quarter windows, some door trims, and a door. They weren't cheap, but for a coupe, you need them. You just do. I have started stripping the front cut, and I'll show you a couple odds and ends. It is getting dark, but what I wanted to do was take the guards off and have a bit of a gander at what's behind them. Just before I take the guards off, I did manage to pull the upright and the below the grille panel off the front cut. I got the grille out, obviously. Headlight buckets. They didn't actually come willingly. Surprise, surprise. This is the door I got today, albeit a little bit sad and gone in a couple of spots. And once again, absolutely covered in surface rust. But time will prevail. I did use that chap's comment with a bit of deoxidine and Glad Wrap, worked well. But yes, I got this door because the door on the car, and yes, this door is actually quite solid. I got that door because this door over here is quite buggered. Yeah, I'll have to open that from the inside, but yes, I know that this door, not only is it shot on the outside, but its frame is absolutely knackered all the way through. So it's, at the moment, it's just a convenient place to keep the glass and mechanisms and all the gizmos. So over here is my griller. It is a bit dark, but luckily the camera is good at picking up things. Yeah, very acceptable grill. And I'll just quickly show the door trims. Coupe door trims, XA power window front and XC Fairmont rear. Obviously they're going to get retrimmed, yada yada yada, but it does give me, whoa, the caps, which are coupe only, and the felts, which are actually in good condition. So we are making quite acceptable progress as far as collecting up some parts. Now we officially have all the glass. I didn't show you the rear window, but you saw it in that little clip at the beginning. So all the glass, still don't have tail lights, don't have a rear seat, need a driver's seat. There's still odds and ends, but I figured getting the glass was fairly high on the agenda as far as getting a hold of rare parts were. Also, this will be one for the record books. There's actually no rust in that rear wheel arch. Probably there, but at least for here, because that's all bare metal under that black edge. You don't know how happy I am that I don't have to fix that. Actually, as far as like normal coupe rust, as I mentioned in my other video, the Fairmonts, and quite common in a lot of coupes because there's a rubber seal there, they will rust out that little lip that goes down, and that one is solid as a rock. There's no rust here, there's no rust here, there's no rust in the wheel arch. You know, yes, gone a little bit there, but I've seen worse, you know. Normally they rust out that corner, it's all solid. Actually, that lower rear quarter I won't need to change, so if you start really getting into it, yeah, it needs a sill panel, and God only knows what's behind that guard, and we'll find out in a minute, but aside from getting rust off, there ain't much. And you know, I've seen them chew the roof out, but that roof is actually very straight and doesn't have a sunroof hole in it. I mean, that's sort of a bit shit, but you get that on big jobs. So what I'm going to do is take this guard off, and you can come along for the journey. Hiya! I mean, we've got a brake booster. Hello. A lot of the wiring's still there. Doing this one hand is a little tricky. It's funny, this is a XB guard bolt, XB, XC. Might be XC, because I reckon XB still had a little divot in the top of them. And there's a door bolt holding that on. So my nerdism goes to the point where a lot of XAs have these sort of locking star washers under them, and then you tended to go to that style, which had a little divot in it, and then you had that last style, which is what I just pulled off then, which is here. So 3 different types of bolts through the series. Now, tell me if I'm wrong, but is that walnut glow or is that copper bronze? I can't tell. Put it this way, it's one or the other. I reckon it's copper bronze. What do you chaps think? What do you reckon? Copper bronze? Yeah, I'll be fixing that. Also need a wiper panel too. Haven't got that either, and that's not on the front cut. Stay. Oh, of course the bolts are about 7,000 feet long. Of course. Yay. I don't expect miracles behind here, particularly considering looking at that guard. Get off, you've been there. And you look at these bolts, they're actually, because they're designed to cut their own thread, they're actually sort of a triangle. And Ford still use this kind of bolt for years, even all the way up to the territories, because as a crash repairer myself, who's done a lot of repairs on modern Fords, when you got your new panel straight out of the box, there was no thread in it, and the bolt cuts its own thread, so they never cross-thread in the factory. Oh, you know, when they're assembling it at the factory. Yeah, Yucky Spider. Come with me, and we'll see. I appear to be stuck. Keeping it real. Hang on. Back. Sorry about that. I had to actually put down the guard. I appear to have made him very unhappy. But I've seen worse. You know what? And I was describing this car's general condition to a fellow chap. And just quickly. Yeah, that guard's toasted. Yes, I was describing, because I've been playing with coupes for some time. This car's condition is about what I would classify as a bad coupe 15 years ago. So it's now considered a good coupe, because as the years have gone on, the coupes have progressively gotten worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. Like, they're all getting restored slowly but slowly, and all the good ones are already done. And now people are fixing all the really, really bad ones where 15 years ago you would have probably parted them out, and now you're fixing them. This car is one that you would have bought 15 years ago for $1,500. That's about what they were worth. This coupe, useless trivia for me, this coupe is the most expensive hardtop I've ever bought, because I bought them back when they were really cheap. And, well, they weren't really cheap, but let's put it into perspective. When I used to buy them, fully restored ones were like 30 grand. And I mean like immaculate ones. We didn't do anything to them. And the really crap ones, the projects, were between $1,000 and $2,000. So that's how I managed to own so many back then, because they were cheap. They're not cheap anymore. And this, after you listen to all my ramblings, is about the condition the cheap ones were in. Plenty fixable with a bit of time. This plenum chamber is pretty good, really. And most of that lip's there. If you saw Peter Anderson's Bushwreck XA, that one was pretty. Here's your uncle. Whoopsies. I may move that stuff off, and we'll have a look at that side, which I suspect will be worse than this side. So just give me 2 shakes of a puppy dog's tail. Right, guard is off, and once again, not too... I mean, it's not good. Oh, silicone. Yes, the pillar is not good. But, as you've seen in my past videos, I have repaired worse. Actually, it's... oh my god. It's quite good. I wonder if I can put the... can I put the flash on this thing? Don't mind me, people. I don't know. Probably not. Anyway. Look at that. Fiddlesticks. Really isn't bad. I mean, that's a day. Maybe 2. And that's... I mean, it's not even... like... ow! Solid. Definitely had a slight fender bender. Pretty happy. I am actually very happy with that. This is a good coupe. Pat myself on the back now. Good job, Graham. And the guards, they're absolute bin material. They're rotted all the way up, all the way around. They're dented, but they do have some pretty cool badges. I do like these V8 badges. Very subtle. I suspect they might be quite hard to get, actually, because I believe on the Coupe cars, the only way you could tell that they were a Coupe car, externally badge-wise, was it was a complete Pove Pack Falcon, and it just had V8 badges on it. And I think on the XBs they had 351 there. Not all up in the jazz, but I suspect that's what they were like. Well, I don't know about you, but I'm pretty happy. Yeah, she's rough. She's rough, guys, but not bad. I also have a sneaking suspicion that I will have to get myself a workshop, even if it's a crappy one, to do this car, because of what is going to be required. So, I hope you love this little update. It's a short and sweet Sunday video, but we get a bit better of an idea of what it's like, and I am tickled pink, you might say. Old chaps. Under the carport light. Doesn't it make you feel homely? Just a non-power steering non-power steering box down there. So they've actually got brakes. Oh yeah, these are still fitted. These are different to the latest style that have that support rib that go through here. So that's early XA only, I believe. That bit's the same as the later ones, I think, but maybe they have a slight notch in them. But that's a kick in the plums. Well, I'll just get that off the front cut. Dang. And that's an XA thing, I think. Those little nubs. Oh well, I'm pretty happy. Let me know what you think, chaps. Backyard style.